Chosen one, listen closely. This isn't merely important, it's urgent, and the fact that you're hearing this right now is not an accident. Something dangerous is unfolding, and God is sounding the alarm. You're being lured into a trap. What looks like a breakthrough, what feels like a blessing in disguise, may be a doorway into something darker than you can see. Be sober-minded, be watchful, for the enemy prowls like a roaring lion. 1 Peter 5-8. Your spirit is at a crossroads, and the dreams you've been chasing may be the very pull drawing you off your true path. If you feel rushed, pressured, or pushed into choices that steal your peace, this is the warning you've been waiting for. Ignoring it could cost you everything: your peace, your purpose, even your destiny. Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. Proverbs 4:23. Right now, don't scroll past this. Wake up, sleeper, arise from the dead, and Christ will shine on you. Ephesians 5:14. Pause and take this moment seriously. Hit like as a signal that you refuse the snare. Subscribe and comment 99 as a beacon of light in the darkness. If you are truly chosen, you will stay and listen, because deep down your soul already knows this message is saving you from the trap God is exposing. Open your eyes and rise. What you're feeling is real. You're standing at the edge of a decisive moment. Elevation is near, but where light increases, shadows gather. Not every open door carries life. I set before you the way of life and the way of death. Jeremiah 21:8. Discernment is your protection. This is a hidden battlefield. The trap shines, pressures, promises ease. Stay alert. You were chosen for weighty purpose, and that calling demands vigilance. My sheep hear my voice, John 10:27. This is not fear, it's love calling you higher. Step back from temptation, fix your gaze, and rise in strength. Those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. Isaiah 40:31. As you rise, the air around you begins to change. What once felt familiar grows quiet, even cold. Faces that smiled now watch from a distance. Words of praise carry a hidden edge. Envy flickers behind polite gestures. This is not random. This is the moment separation begins. The steps of a good person are ordered by the Lord. Psalm 37:23. And not everyone can follow where you are being led. Do not misread the resistance. What you're sensing is not rejection, it is exposure. A hidden battle has surfaced, and jealousy has become its language. Yet nothing escapes God's sight. If God is for us, who can be against us? Romans 8:31. Every whisper, every scheme, every silent strike is seen. You are covered, you are defended, you are not walking alone. Those who try to pull you down are unknowingly shaping you. Pressure is refining you. Opposition is sharpening your vision. What was meant to weaken you is strengthening your core. You intended harm against me, but God intended it for good. Genesis 50:20. Let this moment anchor you, not shake you. Let the fire clarify who you are. As the resistance intensifies, know this: you are close. Diamonds are not formed in comfort. The squeeze means the transformation is working. The testing of your faith produces perseverance. James 1-3. Hold steady. The glory ahead outweighs the strain now. This breakthrough is bigger than you. Your endurance is preparing light for others still walking in the dark. Stand firm. What rises next is destiny. In this season of favor, your inner sight must sharpen. Some arrive polished and radiant, yet hide decay beneath the surface. The enemy studies your longings and dresses deception in the language of destiny. Even Satan disguises himself as an angel of light. 2 Corinthians 11:14. What pulls too hard, too fast, may not be lifting you, it may be bait. The bite feels like relief, like answered prayer. Then the hook tightens, offers that promise instant gain, relationships that spark too quickly, attention that inflates overnight. These can bind the soul. There is a way that appears right, but in the end, it leads to death. Proverbs 14:12. Test what comes to you, hold it in the light. True blessings bring quiet strength, clarity, and peace that settles deep. False ones rush and fracture focus. Test everything. Hold fast to what is good. 1 Thessalonians 5:21. Discernment is survival. Guard your heart fiercely. What promises elevation may be engineered to exploit your weakest places. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and He will make your paths straight. Proverbs 3-5, 6. Wait for the green light. Your calling is too sacred to gamble. Stay anchored. There is a truth that cuts deep. Some of the sharpest attacks come through the closest hands. A familiar voice, a trusted face, support that slowly turns into sabotage. Watch out for false prophets. Inwardly, they are ravenous wolves. Matthew 7:15. These are not accidents. Trust becomes the doorway, and your vulnerabilities become the target. Betrayal wounds, because it comes from inside the circle, but nothing escapes God's sight. Do not harden your heart, but do not be blind. This is a call to awaken discernment. The righteous choose their friends carefully. Proverbs 12:26. You are allowed to protect what is sacred. Guard the inner circle. Let truth filter who walks close. What is exposed now is not meant to break you, it is meant to free you. Understand this. Being chosen does not guarantee applause. Sometimes those you love most become the distraction, but you are not defenseless. Greater is He who is in you than he who is in the world. 1 John 4:4. Do not let betrayal rewrite your identity or detour your calling. Now, hear the deeper warning. Desire can become a snare. Attraction can blur vision. The heart is the battlefield. Watch and pray so that you will not fall into temptation. Matthew 26-41. Many fell not from weakness of power, but from weakness of restraint. Guard your inner world like a fortress. And finally, wake up from complacency. Laziness is subtle, spiritual, deadly. It dulls hunger and steals time. Wake up, sleeper, and strengthen what remains. Revelation 3-2. Rise, move, pursue. This is not the season to drift. Your destiny demands action, discipline, and fire. When weariness presses in, do not stop. Lean forward. Your breakthrough is tethered to your movement. This season is fragile, alive, decisive. Every choice carries weight. One careless step can unravel what took years to build. You are walking a narrow path, steady and exposed. Your word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path. Psalm 119-105. Refuse shortcuts, refuse haste. One compromise can dim the way. Guard what is sacred. In your ears, you will hear a voice saying, "This is the way, walk in it." Isaiah 30-21. Slow down, listen. Wisdom is shielding you. Slow down, not because time has stopped, but because this moment carries more weight than you realize. Every step ahead of you matters now. This is no longer a season for rushing, forcing, or proving. Wisdom is asking you to listen before you move. Waiting has never been weakness. Waiting has been training. He who believes will not be in haste. Isaiah 28-16. The restraint you practiced protected you from paths that looked right but would have cost you everything later. One day, your future self will thank you for the obedience you chose today. There is a sound echoing through the unseen right now. Not anger, not disappointment, a plea, a call layered with mercy. Heaven has been reaching for you, not because you are lost beyond repair, but because you are still reachable. No matter how far you wandered, no matter how many wrong turns you took, love did not withdraw. I have loved you with an everlasting love. Jeremiah 31-3. The arms that call you back have never closed. This is your invitation to return before regret becomes a permanent language, before the traps tighten, before compromise dulls your discernment beyond recognition. You are not being called back in shame. You are being called back into alignment. God sees your potential clearly, even when your vision has been clouded. He is not surprised by your battles. He is not shocked by your weakness. But he knows that compromise left unattended will eventually destroy what destiny is building. This is not punishment. This is protection. Do not wait until clarity fades completely. Do not wait until the voice becomes faint. Now is the moment to step out of confusion and back into light. Arise, shine, for your light has come. Isaiah 60-1. Forgiveness is ready. Healing is available. Restoration is already moving toward you. But timing matters. Delay carries a cost, and this moment will not remain open forever. Understand this clearly. The battle does not remain outside your personal spaces. It enters quietly, your home, your workplace, your private routines. The places you believe are neutral often shape you the most. The enemy is subtle. He exploits atmospheres long before he attacks openly. Small distractions, emotional fatigue, unchecked conflict. These are not random. A little leaven leavens the whole lump. Galatians 5-9. What you allow to linger will eventually influence direction. Words spoken around you matter. Relationships tolerated without discernment matter. Habits repeated without awareness matter. These become cracks where pressure enters. You were never meant to live unguarded. Your life carries weight. Purpose requires protection. Create boundaries. Shape environments that strengthen you. Not everything deserves access to you. You carry an anointing that separates you, not for comfort, but for assignment. This anointing is not decorative, it is functional. It was given for impact, and with it comes responsibility. Favor is never permission to drift. Favor demands discipline. From everyone who has been given much, much will be demanded. Luke 12:48. You were not chosen to blend in. You were chosen to stand alert. Carelessness is not always obvious. Sometimes it looks like ignoring small warnings, settling for less than alignment, allowing temporary pleasure to numb spiritual hunger. Each careless decision dulls clarity. Each ignored nudge weakens influence. You were not created to stumble forward blindly. You were created to soar intentionally. Rise with reverence. Rise with focus. Rise knowing your identity carries consequence. The world does not need you distracted. It needs you awake. Refuse to trade your calling for convenience. Refuse to exchange destiny for momentary relief. Your influence reaches further than you know. And yet hear this: failure does not disqualify you. With God, failure becomes refinement. Even now, you are not behind. You are being reshaped. Sudden promotions, easy money, flattering relationships, they arrive polished, promising acceleration. But not every open door is safe. The naive believe everything, but the wise look where they are going. Proverbs 14:8. Look deeper. True blessings carry peace that settles the soul. False ones carry urgency that fractures focus. Ask yourself honestly, does this draw me closer to alignment or pull me further from it? Does this bring clarity or confusion? Stay alert. Deception rarely announces itself. Test what comes to you. Maturity protects you when appearance deceives. The bait often looks like a feast, but poison is still poison, no matter how it's plated. What you are fighting now is not about who you are today. It is about who you are becoming. The enemy understands your potential. He recognizes your future influence. That is why pressure increases. That is why resistance intensifies. This is warfare aimed at your legacy. History has always followed this pattern. Moses was rejected. David was hunted. Jesus was betrayed. Precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his faithful servants. Psalm 116:15. The more you are pressed, the nearer you are to something that matters. You are not alone. You are not unprotected. You are already standing in victory, even if you cannot yet see the full shape of it. But time matters. Alignment matters. Delay now carries heavier cost than before. Favor does not wait forever. Doors close. Windows shift. Opportunities move on. Mercy is being extended again, but responsibility remains yours. Will you guard your heart? Will you resist what distracts you? Will you choose faithfulness when compromise feels easier? Do not miss what is waiting. You carried weight in silence. You fought battles. No one applauded. You stayed standing when everything inside you wanted to collapse. None of it was unseen. Your Father, who sees in secret, will reward you. Matthew 6:6. This is the season where private endurance becomes public evidence. What you endured quietly is about to speak loudly. Every trial was a seed. Every sacrifice planted something eternal. God does not forget tears. He does not overlook hidden faith. What is forming now will inspire others still fighting silently. Your pain was never wasted. It is fuel. Validation is coming. You will understand why the nights were lonely, why the road felt longer, why shortcuts never worked for you. He makes everything beautiful in its time. Ecclesiastes 3:11. Acceleration is arriving. Change is knocking faster than expected. Elevation will not be gradual. It will feel sudden, overwhelming, rapid, and yes, it will stretch you. New responsibilities, new spaces, new demands, but you will not face them alone. Prepare yourself. Let go of habits that cannot rise with you. Release fears that slow you down. A fresh anointing is resting on this next chapter. What others waited decades for will arrive faster for you, not because you were lucky, but because you were faithful. The Lord makes rich, and he adds no sorrow with it. Proverbs 10:22. Timing is aligning. Doors are opening. Pressure may increase, but it is orchestrated. Stay humble. Stay focused. Speed is a gift when you remain grounded. Build foundations that last. Provision is moving. Not just finances, but connections, ideas, strength, creativity. Obedience unlocks flow. Shortcuts close doors that faithfulness opens. Stay consistent. What is coming will sustain purpose, not distract from it. Every wound is becoming wisdom. Every scar is becoming authority. Your story is being rewritten into testimony. They overcame by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of their testimony. Revelation 12:11. Restoration is not a return, it is an upgrade. What was broken will return stronger. What was lost will come back multiplied. This is a season of second beginnings. You are stepping into rooms you once only imagined. Influence is expanding. Responsibility follows. Walk worthy, speak carefully, shine boldly. Heaven is backing this expansion. You are supported. You are strengthened. This territory was assigned to you. If this message stirred something in you, stay connected. Subscribe, follow. Leave a comment and declare what you're stepping into. Your voice belongs here. Because what is opening now has been prepared for longer than you know, and the door standing in front of you has already begun to move. And hear this with clarity now. What you are stepping into is not small, and it was never meant to be comfortable. Expansion always stretches before it settles. Influence always costs before it rewards. You are not entering ease, you are entering alignment. Enlarge the place of your tent. Do not hold back. Isaiah 54:2. This season will require more of you, but it will also reveal more of who you truly are. There will be moments when the weight feels unfamiliar, when responsibility presses heavier than applause ever did, when silence replaces affirmation. Do not misread those moments. They are not signs of abandonment, they are signs of trust. You are being entrusted with territory, with voice, with impact, and territory must be stewarded before it can be enjoyed. Your influence will reach people you may never meet. Your obedience will unlock paths for others you may never see. This is why alignment matters, now more than ever. This is why compromise carries greater consequence. Whoever is faithful in little will be faithful in much. Luke 16:10. What you choose in private is shaping what you will be trusted with in public. There will be opposition, not because you are wrong, but because you are visible. Not because you are weak, but because you are effective. Some will misunderstand your rise. Some will question your intentions. Some will resist your growth because it exposes their stagnation. Do not internalize what was never meant to define you. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Isaiah 54:17. Resistance does not have the final word. Stay grounded when attention increases. Stay anchored when recognition grows. Success has a way of revealing what pressure never could. Pride isolates, humility sustains. You are not rising to be admired. You are rising to serve purpose. Never forget why you were called. Your voice will carry weight now. Words spoken casually will land deeply. Silence will communicate as loudly as speech. Choose carefully. Speak life. Speak truth. Speak only what aligns with the future you are building. The tongue has the power of life and death. Proverbs 18:21. You are no longer speaking only for yourself. As doors continue to open, discernment must sharpen. Sometimes the greatest wisdom is knowing when not to step forward. Stand at the crossroads and look. Ask for the ancient paths. Jeremiah 6:16. Direction matters more than speed. There will be moments when you feel the pull to rush ahead, to capitalize quickly, to secure everything at once. Resist that urge. What is meant for you will remain available when you arrive in alignment. What requires compromise to obtain will always require compromise to maintain. Your capacity is increasing. What once overwhelmed you will soon feel manageable. What once intimidated you will become familiar. Growth is already happening beneath the surface. Strength will rise as you wait upon the Lord. Isaiah 40:31. You are not behind, you are unfolding. Pay attention to who walks with you now. Seasons change circles. Not everyone who started with you can continue with you. This is not betrayal, it is transition. Honor what was, but do not cling to what cannot grow with you. Alignment always costs familiarity. Your discernment will offend some. Your boundaries will confuse others. Your obedience will frustrate those who benefit from your distraction. Let it. You were not chosen to be convenient. You were chosen to be clear. There will be moments when the path feels lonely again, but it will not feel empty. Solitude in alignment is richer than crowds in confusion. What you are building now requires space, clarity, and focus. Protect them fiercely. Do not shrink when challenges rise. You were shaped for weight. You were prepared for resistance. You were trained in hidden seasons for visible moments. The Lord will perfect that which concerns you. Psalm 138:8. What He started, He intends to finish. And when restoration completes its work, you will recognize yourself again not as you were, but as you were always meant to be. Stronger, clearer, anchored, free. What returns to you will not weaken you, it will confirm you. This next chapter will not be written in fear. It will be written in courage, not rushed, but resolved, not forced, but aligned. The door before you is not closing, it is responding. Because what you are standing before is not an ending, not a climax, not a conclusion, but the sound of a hinge moving, the shift of a threshold, the moment just before you step through. As the door continues to open,